God's sake. Maybe Dolly's wiping her bum on the seat over there. Anyway, weren't allowed to do poos in it. I did a couple. You got in trouble. Hello strangers. It's been forever, hasn't it? I'm really sorry. So I found some time today. It's ironic, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm back. I'm filming stuff and I'm going to do 2 or 3 videos today, hopefully. But yes, so I got ready this morning. If you want to watch me and listen to the load of shit that comes out of my mouth for the next half an hour or maybe 40 minutes, then just carry on watching. The simple makeup, this is the makeup that I would typically try and put on every morning on my journey to Greece, and what I've been wearing every day since then, because I bought all my makeup with me that I deemed worth bringing, and it's still packed away. So I'm going to do a haul. I've got other stuff to do, but yes, please sit down and listen to my crap and watch this space. Okay, so I've got my base on already. I'm exposed to the sun now, so I do wear sun protection every day. As you can probably tell, my face is a different colour to my neck and my arms. So yeah, so I've put this on probably about 20 minutes ago by the time I faffed around, get everything ready. So yes, and I'm gonna go in with I bought this. I haven't done a haul yet, but I'm going to. This is BB Cover L'Oreal Age Perfect. Loving the L'Oreal product, so I thought I'd try this. Medium Honey shade 06. Just going to plop a bit on my hand. It's quite runny actually. I do like it, and then I'm going to dot it all over my face. Put a bit on my forehead, and as I've mentioned, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, this is really dirty, I'm sorry, but I've fallen back in love with this. I felt like my coverage was getting a little bit too heavy, so this seems to do the job. It does use more product, there's no doubt about it. So but yeah, it's I'm finding it really good to give me such light coverage. You know, I'm not seeing anyone at all. You know, me and Johnny might say hello to people in the street and stuff like that, but I'm not going anywhere. I still want to wear my makeup, and I still want to make my complexion look as good as I possibly can, but I don't need a full face of heavily put on makeup. So I'm just experimenting really with what's around. As you can see that I've got a black eye. I'm going to insert a picture here. So the chalet that we're staying in has got metal catches on every single door, so you just put a pike through it and it stays locked basically. And I'd know in Greece and all the other countries in Europe you're not allowed to put your toilet roll down the toilet, so I gathered my toilet roll, and because the shower room is a wet room, I moved the bin out of the way, so when I had a shower the toilet paper bin did not get dirty. No, did not get wet. And so I leant over to lift the lid up, and I literally whacked myself on my eyebrow. Luckily, I'm only a centimetre away, with this massive metal pike. I'm going to put a picture in. I think I just said that, didn't I? God, I'm so out of practice. Yeah, so that was a week ago, and now it's coming through like I've got red eyeshadow on. But actually, there's a bit of yellow in there as well, if you can see. So, okay. So that's going to do for me. I don't want, like I said, this is just my everyday stuff. This is stuff that I've been using on the journey. I'm going to do a separate video for that, but anyway, now I'm looking for, I've gone back to this NARS Creamy Concealer, tiny bit, as Robert Welsh would say, just a bit in the corner. I'm going to use this. Probably should, you know, everyone gets those teeny weeny ones, you just think I'm never going to use that, and you chuck it away. And I'm swearing that I would have used it now in this. Still having this area under my eye, just there. Just will not take any product, whatever I do. It's really strange. Obviously it's a completely different consistency to any other part of my face. And I've also been enjoying it being not put so much powder on as well, because obviously that makes it look a little bit cakey. So for comes refreshments. Hello. Do you want to come and say hello to people? Do you You want to come and say hello to people? Johnny's going to make a guest appearance. You haven't seen Johnny since he had his haircut, have you?
Hi!
There's
Since when? That's a long time ago. You kept me locked in the cellar. If you're watching, help! I'll get back to work now.
Yeah, go on then, off you go. Johnny's bought a new camera, so he's around in the garden. Oh, I'm going to beep that bit out. Let's show you, before I put anything on, I'm just going to show you where I'm sat, because we've got natural, the lighting downstairs on the dining room table is appalling. It's like it is like a dungeon down there, or a cellar. So I decided to use natural light, and I'm sat out on the veranda, balcony, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to show you, I'm very, very blessed. Also, just don't to pay any attention to my knickers hanging up. But yeah, that's my view at the moment. And I don't know if you can hear cowbells and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's definitely wild out here. So hang on, let me just get this back up. Right, hang on, there we go. How's that? Is that okay? You can still see me? Okay, get a bit closer. So I need to lift that bit up. There we go. A bit better. Anyway, right, so next up I'm going to use the Milani Cream Blush Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade 140 Rose Romance. This is very pigmented, and I've had a few mishaps with it, but I'm just going to... a few dots on... God's sake. Maybe. Dolly's wiping her bum on the seat over there. Right. There's the truck going past. I can get you a bit closer. It's the local fart. That's the wrong bloody lid, isn't it? Right, let's get you a bit closer. How's that? Can't really see my makeup now, but yeah. So I've discovered when I use this thing, Real Techniques, whatever it's called, I'm going for the blush. And you know what? I've not been using bronzer either, and I'm not going to put it on today just because I'm going to show you how I've been looking on my journey. So yeah, I'm enjoying like a flushed look, because you know, why not? And the lighting's a little bit haphazard here, so I can't really tell if that's even. Is that even? What do you think? Okay, so let's catch you up. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, but I'm not going to talk about anything that I've already spoken about before. So we left the UK on the 1st of March, and we spent 3 months. We spent 3 months in Preveza in Greece. We drove there with the dogs and all of our worldly belongings that we thought we could fit into the boat, and we couldn't fit them into the boat, so we've still got some in the back of the van. And obviously we had a 3-month holiday to consider, because obviously because of Brexit we can only stay in Schengen countries for 3 months at a time, 90 days in 180, and it's a rolling. So we've had to come out of Greece, which is a Schengen member, and we've come into Bulgaria. We're here for 1 month, then we go to Romania for 2 months, then we go back to Greece on the 1st of September, and the Schengen clock starts ticking again then. So that's where we are. We've had an amazing time. It's been incredibly difficult physically for me. I'm a big girl, as you know, and the first couple of days it was just like, I can't bend my body around this. There's no, you know, the boat is relatively small. You can't walk down the centre of the boat inside, because there's like a table and a kitchen sink and all of these things to get around. So I found it very challenging when I first got there. And you know, there was no hot water. We had hot water, but we had to send the heater away to be serviced, all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing any makeup, am I? I'm going to put some powder under my eyes. So yeah, we gradually settled in. When we first got there, it was the 1st of March. No, it wasn't. It was the 5th of March, and it was very, very cold. Probably like 10 degrees, something like that. Similar to England, I would say. So it was difficult to go down to the shower block, you know, get your feet wet. I'm a bit prissy, I guess, and I've been spoiled, and I'm beginning to realise that now. So it was difficult. mentally and physically, you know, getting on and off the boat. It was 12 foot in the air, there's a ladder on the back, so the boat is not in the water. So we have to carry the dogs up the ladder every time we all want to go on and off, every time they want to go to the toilet, every time we want to go to the toilet. We took a porta potty with us, like a camping toilet. Everyone was laughing because they just piss in a bucket. I can't do that, you know. A porta potty was like 50 quid. I don't understand why anyone would not do that, because then you can flush it and it's all nice. You put it away in the daytime, empty it, get it out again at night. Anyway, weren't allowed to do poos in it. I did a couple. Got in trouble. So yeah, so what am I doing? So I saw this other guy, I can't remember his name, on Instagram. Very pretty young man, looked like Rylan a little bit, and he said about T-zone being a W. So I listened to what he said, and I'm just putting a little bit around my mouth, like that, to get the shine off. I'm putting it on one of these things, and then I tap it off so some of it disappears, and I'm going under here because I want my cheeks to be glossy. Yeah, so we spent 3 months doing that. Johnny did loads and loads of jobs. My dad came over for a month, and we installed more solar power so we can stay out and just drop the anchor into the sea. For those of you who don't know boating terms, not that I do anyway. So we haven't got to pay to stay anywhere. We can just literally just drop the anchor in the sea, just off the coast, and we can stay out for a couple of weeks now. We've got that much solar power, so we're freer and it's not so expensive. And we can just stay in the middle of nowhere and not speak to anybody. That's the powder. Sorry, that was the Maybelline Fit Me in shade 10. Claire. Okay, now, yes, as you notice, I'm not putting any bronzer on. Maybe I'll put a tiny bit in the corners of my, up here, because, you know, can you see my grey? Look. You see my fingers? I'm not even going to show you my toes. Oh, right, okay, bronzer brush. Where's my bronzer brush? Oh, it's hiding. Charlotte Tilbury. Like this. It's alright. I bought a cheapy one as well from Lidl's. Cian. Is it Cian? How do you say it? Cian? Cian? Not Cian. Just a tiny bit up there. There you go. Just a little bit. Yeah, so I sped through the first 3 months really quickly there, didn't I? So, making some adjustments in my life. Finding it very humbling. Finding that I've had massive expectations on myself. And I've not really noticed how easy it is. When you finish work, just pop to the shops on the way home, pick something up to eat. Or, you know, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I didn't run out of toilet roll, or I ran out of this. You can't do that here. You literally can't do that. And you don't need to. You need to plan ahead. You need to think. And I've never had time to think. Or I've never given myself time to think. I've always had, you know, you always have time. You don't have to go to bed at 9 o'clock at night, do you? But it's quite difficult. And I'm probably going to do a video about the changes in just the changes that are happening and have happened. I'm cooking. We made bread. I've never made bread in my life. I'm making wraps. So to make food for yourself that you've actually made from a packet of flour and a bit of water and a bit of oil. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And to have the time. There's no washing machine. There was a washing machine at the boatyard. We all shared, you know, not shared a load, just used the washing machine. But everything takes so long. But it's okay to take so long because that's what we're doing now. And to not have the mindset of, right, okay, it's Monday, I've got to go back to work. And I'm not being ungrateful because I'm very, very blessed to be able to do this. But it's just like, it's shocking that it takes all morning to make 8 wraps and do a load of washing in the sink. You know, wash it by hand and all of that, hang it all up. And that's like 4 or 5 hours have gone, and it's just like, okay, it's afternoon now, I need to make lunch. And it literally is, you're just constantly doing this thing, and you try and think, how did I ever have time to do that? Well, you didn't. So you put your washing in the washing machine, turned it on, and went and did something else. You know, you'd buy a packet of wraps, you'd open them up and put your food in it, and then that would be it, you know. So yeah, this is not coming out in any particular format. I'm just also, you know, I would catch up with all my friends from work, and I do miss that interaction. Obviously, you know, Johnny and I are together 24/7 now, and we're really getting on so well. Perhaps better than we both thought how it would be. But you know, you dump stuff at work, don't you? You talk about, oh, this happened and that happened, and I don't get to do that. So you guys are going to have to be my dumping ground. Can you see my blush? I can't really see it. Maybe I can put a bit more over the top. What do you think? What do you think? Right, I bought this. Why did I tell you that I bought this pom-pom Benefit? I love the smell of it. And I love pom-poms, so that's the only reason I bought it. I put a teeny tiny bit on there. Went to Sephora in Greece. That was so bloody disappointing. It was ridiculous. It was like 4 counters. They had hardly any makeup at all. So I went to one yesterday in Sofia in Bulgaria, and that was a bit better. I bought a couple of things. I'm going to do a haul and all that kind of stuff in another video. But ouch! Ow! I just got bitten by an ant. Did you see this? I did a video on Instagram. Come downstairs and there was a scorpion underneath my shoe. That's what the life's here. There's a spider. I was having a shower. A spider was running down the door, and there's things they're everywhere. They just get on your nerves. They're always there. But you know, that's what it's like living out here. And I'm not going. There's mice in every single wall and under every single floorboard. Again, those of you watching me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. You've seen the videos of Dolly just literally standing, scratching at the what do you call it? Skirting board. I think other people in America call it. I can't remember the bit that joins the wall to the floor. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so she's obsessed, obviously, with mice. And wants to catch them all the time, and she can't. She literally can't get them because they're in the walls, but you can hear them scratching at night, which is great because Dolly just barks. So we had to leave the dogs downstairs so they can't get into us. Yeah. Look how badly I need to pluck my eyebrows. Everything, you know. I haven't fake tanned. Just I'm transitioning into being a it doesn't really matter kind of person, and you know, gone through this thing. Like I bought all my nail polishes before I came out from my nail lady, and so I've got everything I need. Couldn't find them, asked her to buy me another lot so my dad could bring it out when he came, and obviously the day after I had reordered it all, I found it in somewhere where I didn't expect to find it. So that was the situation. So but I did my nails once, and I've had, you know, I want to take pride in how I look. I still want to be Julie, but Julie is actually being redefined at the moment, so it's a work in progress. And do I need those nails? Because it makes me feel lovely, yes, but it also restricts me massively because I'm like, I can't do that, I'm going to chip my nail polish, I can't do that, I'm going to break my nail, and I can't sail a boat worried about where I'm going to put my hands because I'm going to get battered. Well, I've done it all on the training course. It was just like, grab that rope, do this, do that, pick that out of there. So there's a possibility, sorry Charlotte, that I might not do my nails. I've tried to leave them here. They're kind of all right. Trouble is I nibble the skin and around my thumbs terribly, really, really bad. I should shame myself into doing it, but I'm not really ashamed. Anyway, right, okay, yep. What else am I saying? That one's a bit fatter. I feel like I have actually lost the knack to do my makeup because I've been doing the same stuff every day since we left, and I can't get my eyebrows right anymore. Well, I probably can, but you know, it's kind of just been like having. And I did that black eyeliner thing the other day where I wanted to make it look like I had really thick eyeliner, but I didn't have it on. I had black eyeshadow. But it looked, I quite liked how it looked to start with, but then it ran everywhere, and you know, so I haven't, on the first 3 months on the boat, the first 2 months were just literally mayhem. We were just doing stuff all the time. Unpack this, unpack that. Took like 2 weeks to get everything into the boat, then we needed to move it all around again, and then every time there was a problem in one of the rooms, we had to take everything out, like the bedroom, all of the battery stuff is underneath the bed, so literally every single thing would come out of the bedroom, go into the front room. And you have nowhere to go. You'd literally be in that mess for the entire day, and then Johnny would put it all away again at the end of the night and then start again the next day. We had the V-berth at the front, was like a dumping ground with everything that we didn't know what to put, and then we started to find it wasn't functional. Then we put the dinghy, we got a new dinghy, like the little boat that you go from shore on, and we put that on top of the boat. Then that made that room really dark, and it was like dingy, and it just ended up being a horrible place to go. So we muddled everything around, and I'll say in the last 3 weeks we've got everything really sorted as to how we wanted it to be. My eyebrows level. Can you even tell? Yeah, so that was fine. So the last couple of weeks we were a bit more relaxed. We took the dinghy out on the water. We played around, and we, you know, had some lovely relaxing time. And then we had to pack it all up again. Literally most things, even the microwave and the air fryer and the slow cooker. I brought all of those with us to Bulgaria because this place hasn't got a kettle, it hasn't got a microwave, and I don't cook in the microwave, but I do like leftovers. I do cook quite a lot of food. P. Louise base, don't really like this. That would last me till I'm 1,020. Good God. But I'm using it, but I don't really like it at all actually. Yeah, so we left Greece and we came here. We've secured a marina for when we go back, for 1 year in Preveza, actually in the water this time. So when we go back, we're going to have a week's sail with the guy who passed us on a sailing qualification. He's coming out with us for a week to teach us how to sail our boat, because we've never sailed our boat before. And then once we've done that, we're going to go to the marina and we're going to go out for occasional days or see how confident we are, take it slowly, and then we're coming back to England in November. Pick up 2 or 3 months worth of work, fill up the pockets again because they're depleted quite a lot. We spent an absolute bloody fortune over here. And we knew that we would, but I think we spent more than we wanted to. But things, if you say the word boat, I need this for my boat, and it's like 4 times as much. We've got as much as we could from the hardware store. Right, what are we doing? Okay, I'm going to use this because this one and Going Coconuts were the ones that came with me. Going Coconuts probably more, but yeah, there's only so much you can do with it. So the two in tandem are perfection. So big fluffy brush, gonna go in with Dusty Rose, which I love. It's one of my favourite colours. My sister's just discovered pink eyeshadow actually, or like a mauvey pink, isn't it? I would say. So yeah, she's got much greener eyes than I have. I've got a tint of green. Mine are brown. Depends how it looks really. Depends on the lighting and all of that stuff. What else can I tell you? We got the dogs EU passports, so that they are now able to travel around without the animal health certificate. I don't know if any of you have travelled with animals from the UK, but you have to pay like £200 for a bit of bloody paper that lasts for 4 months to say that they're fit to travel. You gotta get that's the law. They need to be fit, but everything only lasts for 4 months, so that would have not been any good for us to get back. So we've got EU passports. That was like 20 quid. Absolutely fantastic. So they're all sorted now, and we're going to apply for visas when we get back to England. So we are allowed to stay for a couple of years because we don't want to leave Greece. We have both utterly fallen in love with it. It's beautiful, and the people are so friendly. They're so welcoming. They can't do enough for you. Like, we wanted to buy a spotlight to go above the common, the nav station, so John can see in the dark when he's looking at maps and charts. So we went into this electrical shop, and the man said, "Oh yeah, but it's not 12 volts. So the boat runs from 12 volts. It's going to go over your head, maybe. It's not 12 volts." And he said, "Can you change it?" And we just looked at him, and he went, "It's okay. I'll change the entire system for you inside of the light. Come back in an hour, and it will be done." That's what people from Greece are like. They are amazing. They literally can't do enough for you, and that's really another humbling thing. I'm going to go in with mulberry now. They just make you feel so welcome, so welcome. And Bulgaria is a whole different story. They don't even look at you when you walk. You know, when you walk past people in the street and go hi, they don't even look at you. They don't catch your eye, and it's quite unnerving actually. And I was very worried because people had said to me before we came. I worked with some Romanian people, lovely people, and they both said to me, "You need to be careful in Bulgaria because they'll just throw screws out into the street and you'll drive over them, and you've got a puncture, and then they'll rob you." You know, and obviously we haven't experienced that at all. We were both quite nervous when we came into Bulgaria. We were both like, "Oh, what's it going to be like?" And I think probably having heard that, I might have changed my mind. But we paid up front, and it's not cheap to be here, and we are actually literally in the middle of nowhere. So if they're going to be thieves around, they literally, why would they come to this town? There's only 11 people live here. But yes, so we walked to the next village the other day. That was 6 miles there and back, and it was, you can see it's just a close-knit community. The old ladies are sat out in the streets. And the guys are all in the calves, and they were so welcoming. They were absolutely wonderful with the dogs, and the children were like, oh, everybody is always obsessed with Dolly because she's so small, and there's so many stray dogs here. It's awful, actually. There's so many. There was some puppies down the road near a tip, and I was feeding. There's 3 of them, and when we went back about 2 days later, and one of them was dead on the side of the road. I couldn't stop crying. It was awful, absolutely awful, because it happens here. This is England are a nation of dog lovers, and I can't speak for any other countries really because I've not spent that much time there. But there's stray dogs everywhere, and some of them are. We haven't got the cats on the islands where we went to last year on the sailing boat. They were minging. They were in such poor health. The dogs seem to be okay, and lots of them are actually the opposite. They're so overfed they can't even stand up properly. So it's a real problem here. Whereas in Tenerife, there's lots of cats that have been neutered, and they have their ear cut when they've been caught and neutered. They don't seem to do that here, so it's just, and these cats all live on one island, and the island's probably got 1,000 people that live there, and the cats are all interbreeding with each other, and they've got one ear, and this, that, and the other, and so that's not going to be easy because I'm a bit of an animal lover. I'm just waffling, aren't I? I'm really sorry. Right, okay, so that was the darker one. I'm going to go underneath my lash line with the Dusty Rose again. Tap that off. Dusty Rose is very, very pigmented. All the way underneath my eye. Remember, this is a day look, alright? I'm not going partying. We've been out for dinner at some places. We had a McDonald's yesterday. I'm not really a McDonald's freak, but we haven't had a burger and we haven't had a steak since we came. They don't do steak. They don't do like a ribeye. They don't do a sirloin. They don't do a fillet. It's really weird. They cut their meat completely different. There's so much pork, hardly any lamb here at all, and I absolutely love lamb. So that's been, I was just desperate for some lamb. I bought some lamb kebabs, actually. I've got them downstairs in the fridge, and I'm going to make meatballs, or shepherd's pie or something. I'm just going to take them apart and do what I would have done with them before. So I'm just going to, I've got an angled brush here. I'm just going to go into my lash line, just there like that. Do the same on the other side. See Johnny over there with his camera, bless him. He's happy as a pig in shit with that. So that was it. So that's another thing, right? That's made my eye look downturned now. Did you see I made a mistake? So we wanted a camera. I'll tell you a funny story, another one. How long have I been going? 27 minutes. Sorry. So Johnny wanted a camera for a long time. We haven't really got a camera, a clicky camera kind of thing. We've got GoPros and stuff like that. So yeah, he wanted this camera. Spent ages on the internet looking at which one he wanted. I'm going to pull that mahogany mulberry, down onto my actual lid. So he found the camera he wanted after much research and obviously writing everything down in his little book about the specifications and the pros and cons. He'd write, right, this is the one that I want. Okay, that's fine. Normally in England, you'd go to Currys or Dixon's, or you just order on Amazon. Let's be honest. We did manage to find. We ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon in Germany when we were in Greece, and they delivered very quickly, which was fantastic. So that's all over my eyelid now. Can you see? Just going to blend that. So he picked the camera that he wanted, and we did a Google. And there's a shop, 2 shops in town, Techno Pilot or something like that. Anyway, so we rang them up, didn't answer, looked at the times because they have like a siesta here between 2 and 5, but he said it was open, so we drove 45 minutes down the road, went into town, I went into the shop, and he said we haven't got it. I said okay, that's fine, no problem. He said they've got one in Sofia, which is the capital, 3 hours away, and John said, oh, can you order it in for us? And then he said no, that was it. So normally in England we'd be like, get your manager. No, we didn't. Just like, okay, that's fine. Thank you. So there was another shop that I could see up the road. I said, Johnny, let's go and try that shop. Anyway, so we walked in the shop, and they had, fair enough, it was like televisions, washing machines, all of that kind of stuff, like Currys. And we said, okay, we've come to buy a camera. And the 2 guys chatted, and they said, okay, that's fine. Peter, show them the camera. So we followed this guy, and he went to the corner. He went, right, okay, this is the camera. That was it. This is the camera. So John went, okay, that's great. It's a Canon, that's great. That's not the one that we want. And he went, what's wrong with this one? So long story short, we got back up the mountain and we had a look properly on the map, like where can we find this camera, blah blah blah. Rang off a few places that were maybe an hour and a half away. No one spoke English and they just hang up the phone. so booked a hotel, found one in Sofia in the capital, and we drove there. We had to stay overnight because it was a three and a half hour drive. So if you want something here, you can't just go into town and get it, which is great. And it's just like, this is how it is. You go somewhere. We probably would have driven there and back if it was just us two, but we couldn't leave the dogs alone for 6 or 7 hours. So we got the camera that he wanted. So yeah, that's very indicative of what life is like for us at the moment. Right, okay, I'm going to flick away the fluff under my eyes, and I'm going to highlight under my Daddy's back, and I'm going to take the lighter colour Tempera under my arch. I really must pluck my eyebrows. You guys, okay, here you go. Can you, all of you, every single one of you, comment underneath, Julie, you look a state. Sort your eyebrows out, love. And then hopefully you will shame me into doing it. There you go. I'm going to put a little bit of the same one again, just in the inner corner of my inner corner. You see, I keep doing this. I can't work out if I like the look of it or not, but you know, it's quite dark in there, and it does open it up and lighten it up a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to get a... Where have I put that? Okay, I used the black on this. This is my pencil brush from Zoeva, Luxe pencil brush, but I used it to do the black, so I've had to. So where are we? We're going to go in with Beamer. Oh no, I've got my glasses on. Dreamer, the shimmery one. This is a lovely colour. It is really, really lovely. This palette is blooming amazing. Oh, and she still hasn't got the hang of. Come on, there we go. But I'll just do a swatch of the other one as well, but she's also really nice. Come on! Yeah. Right, anyway, enough of that faffing around. Bit in the corner in there. Bit in the corner in there. Just a little bit. Like that. Get rid of that, whatever that sticky thing was. Okay. Essence False Lashes Mascara. Keeping it light today, girls. Did I do my eyebrows? I'm just going to put a couple of little lines. I'm going through a stage with my eyebrows where I tend to make them quite blocky, and I don't want to, and I'm struggling to find a way to make them not look so fake, because obviously I haven't got any. And when I think they're great, and then I look in the mirror again, you know, you've heard all of this already. So I'm never going to be happy with my eyebrows, because I'm not. Right. Yeah, mascara, that's where we were. Tiny coat of this, because we're going to put falsies on. I'm going to show you a trick with falsies. So I lost a pair of false eyelashes on the boat. I don't know, maybe you don't know, maybe you've not been here long enough, but I tried to make my false lashes last for a month. They're about £6 or £7 a pair when I buy them in bulk. Sorry, you can't see. Is that filthy dirty on the back? Yeah, so I lost a pair, and I found them on the bottom of Dottie's foot at some point. So I had to crack open a new pair. That's quite stressful. Putting a new pair on for the first time is actually quite stressful, because they don't necessarily stick so well. I don't know what it is. You just need a couple of days to bed them in, and then they're much easier to manipulate. So I'm on my second pair, and oh my god! So I'm on my second pair, and I've been away for 3.5 months. Gosh, that's brilliant, isn't it? See, I bought some Ardell singles. I'm going to do a review on them as well, but they're absolute pile of crap. They really are. I literally couldn't get on with them. Okay, I've got a blob on my face now. That's okay, we can deal with that. I'm not scared of the not scared of the mascara blob anymore. I use the Shein eyebrow pencil. They're like £3. Sheglam. Can't order from Sheglam. I'm going to wear a bikini when we come back, because I don't really care. I used to fake tan a lot, and now I don't fake tan anymore. And I've got, from my knee down is quite brown, my arms are quite brown, and my chest is quite brown. But other than that, I've got like a white bodysuit on. It's not nice. I want it to be brown, so I'm going to get a bikini. Or if I can't find one that I like, I'll just wear my knickers and bra on the boat. That is it, and I've made that decision. Okay, so that's my mascara. So lashes. With my lashes, and if you wear lashes for any length of time, they get a bit grotty on the front. They tend to get eyeshadow on, as you use my pointer, all along the front there. So my hack is every now and again to get an eyeliner and colour them in. And I'm going to do a video about that, how to maintain and keep your lashes lasting for a long time. Right, it's okay. Then I'm going to use, so these are the Ardell Demi Wispers in foam ink. Has to be foam ink, they're completely different. Duo set, quick set stuff. And I'll put these on. I'm going to speed through this bit. Obviously you can still see the glue, but it makes it look like I've got a bit of eyeliner as well, actually. So it's like a double-ended hack, isn't it? When that when the glue dries, so you won't be able to see. Okay, so we've got this little bit of mascara here. We're all completely familiar with that, and I'm going to get rid of it. Wait for it to dry, and I mean wait until you finish your makeup. Get a spoolie, scratch it off. That's it. Perfect. Just go straight away. Okay, so this is the finished look. Oh no. Oh no. Buxom. This lip plumping stuff. Of course, it's called Dolly. 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 Come on. Come on, say hello. Just sit up here. Come on. Come on. Come on, Dolly. Come and say hello. Up here, Dolly. Come on, Dolly. No, neither of them are interested. They're just sat in the garden, relaxing. So, this is the finished look. It's like just an everyday. Well, for me, it's every day. You know me. So yeah. What do you want to see from me? I'm going to endeavour to film 2 or 3 videos a week. I want to try and do it on the same time, at the same day of every week, to have continuity, to work with YouTube's algorithms. I got loads of ideas, but I would love to hear from you what you think I could do. Obviously hooded eyes is a massive plus, because I've got really hooded eyes, as you all know. My first video's got 70,000 views now. It's fantastic. I'm so pleased that I managed to hit that one on the head, and I don't know if any of you know, but I'm going to plug on myself now. I had a message from Wayne Goss who said I nailed it. Yeah, so anyway, let me know what you want to see, what kind of thing you want. Do you want me to vlog? Would you like to see what I'm doing on a daily basis, or just, you know, just randomly interesting and also non-interesting things? You can watch me washing my knickers if you want. But yeah, so let me know what you're up to, where you're going on a holiday this year. Is anyone coming to Greece? Would anyone like to Dolly, would anyone like to meet for a glass of vino? So yeah, it's lovely to see you, you know, figuratively speaking, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much for getting ready with me.